Bo, we need to have the long, tired conversation. Well, we don't actually. What is Englishness? What is Britishness? We're not going to have that conversation, all right? We're going to have a bit more of a deeper conversation about Julia Hartley-Brewer, renowned liberal scumbag mouthpiece to the establishment, having a conversation with friend of the channel, Charlie Downs, effectively applauding on the demise of 1,000+ year history, a people just not caring at all, not one iota. And I think it's worthwhile having a conversation about how someone can become so just demonstrably mind raped, basically.
Yeah, she's a disgusting fucking hag, isn't she? Yeah. She's a revolting piece of work. Trying to pretend that she's like based in some way, or she's on the centre right, or she's patriotic, or anything like that. No, she's a globalist shill, an anti-white enemy of the people, a traitor.
Yeah,
filth. And I saw that clip, or not just the clip. Well, I saw the clip on Twitter, and then I watched the whole interaction. It's not that long, all in all, and it's sort of incredible to me. What is going on? It must be one of two or three things that's going on. Either she's just simply been told exactly what arguments to make by somebody else, by her paymasters, her controllers, whatever, whoever. She's been really told, if whiteness comes up, if white is said, then you take issue with it and you make the conversation all about that and you argue that point. Or, and that's bad enough if that's the case, or she's genuinely so fucked in the head that that's actually what she thinks. That's actually her worldview. She genuinely thinks, oh, he just said white. Oh, I must take issue with that because there's no difference between a white person and any other person from anywhere in the world as long as they queue up, as long as they've got a passport and they obey the law and they queue, or whatever nonsense, absolute retarded nonsense list of criterion she read out.
Yeah.
It's one of those two things. And either way, it's grotesque. It's grotesque. You put the question there, which is the key question that I would put to Julia. Why do you want us to be demographically replaced and ultimately annihilated in our one and only ancestral homeland? Why do you seem to want that to happen? Why would you? Are you suicidal? Do you not care what kind of country you leave your children and grandchildren and ancestors? How do you not care? How do you not see this? Why are you pretending to not understand that being white is shorthand, at least in some part, for English, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish? And it's not all about, as Charlie was saying, it's not all about whiteness. There's plenty of white people and foreign white people in this country I'd like to deport, like Albanians, Hungarians, Bulgarians, all sorts, even Poles. Yeah. If this country's being flooded by millions of Italians, for God's sake, millions of them, then I'd talk about deporting them. I'd want to deport them, absolutely.
Well, shall we play the video just for people who actually haven't seen it?
Yeah, go on.
We can sort of look at the cognitive dissonance spewing from every pore of this wretched individual. Also, it really is important to note, actually, I did wonder, just real quick, you said about her children. She does actually have a child. Yeah, I actually, I wasn't aware that she had one, because speaking like this, you'd think that she doesn't, but apparently she just doesn't care. She wants to give away, her progeny's bloody birthright. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So let's have a watch of this anyway.
And I've just said to you, there is an issue with immigration and people who are not integrated, but I don't see what that's got to do with skin colour. What's your definition of integration, Julia? People, I think I've already said it 2 or 3 times, but people who are who speak English fluently, who are completely sharing values, belief in the law, equality under the law for women, gay people, I would suggest would be a key value now for the vast majority of Brits. You can marry who you want, you can worship who you want, you don't shut down to it. I would consider queuing, being nice, fairness. I would consider a lot of those to be British values and being integrated.
So I want to stop that there, because it's so insulting It is so insulting to dilute down 1,000+ years of history and ancestry, glorious history, absolutely phenomenal history, world-spanning empire, people that have achieved things that no other culture will ever achieve across their entirety of existence, to queuing, fucking queuing. Oh, you're queuing in your fair. There you go. That's British, is it? Fuck off. Oh, it pisses me off so much. That's Britishness to you, is it, Julia? That's the barrier of entry. You're a scumbag. Filth.
One thing I'll say is our people, we as a people, I'm not having a pop at you in any way, but I've seen a number of people say it's much more than 1,000 years. That's only the Norman invasion. We as a people, our DNA has been here for tens of thousands of years.
Yeah.
Right. And she's just denying all of that. What a mental harridan. What a disgusting witch. And the whole tone and intonation of this, like, semi-hysterical, he really got to her. She's almost losing her shit, Alex Phillips style, very nearly. And she got all really passive aggressive. At one point, she said to him, "You're not as clever as you think you are."
Well, look, let's keep
he wasn't even trying to show off or anything at all. But he poses the question to her at one point. It just talks about demographics. And she hasn't got an answer. It's this thing, the whole angle is anything other than talking about race and demographics. Any other angle of defense or attack of it's pathetic. It's pathetically shit. Yeah. It's sickening, actually. These people need to be stepped over and ultimately ignored and just told to sit quietly in the corner whilst we save our people and our country from their insanity. It's fucking got to stop.
It's just suicide. It's suicidal.
It's suicidal. You're absolutely right. And she's supposed to be the arbiter of truth on this, that she's right and that Charlie is just not as clever as he thinks he is and he's embarrassing himself and he's a racist, all that shit. No. Yeah. They're on the wrong side of history. They're talking insane nonsense. The Julia Hartley-Brewers of this world. Fuck them. It's mad. They're mad. To just deny that there's an ethnic element, a racial element to our identity is crazy shit.
Especially when she would have seen the country change in her entire lifetime. She would have seen it. She would have been brought up in an era which was 97% homogenous, 99% homogenous, even maybe, and has now seen it go to like 70-odd%. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's catastrophic then, Julia, you fucking retard. You would have seen everything that came with it all. And you're like, well, as long as they can queue and they like gay people, then it's all right. Oh, piss off. Absolute spaz. I know, we'll listen to a little bit more.
All of the white British people currently in Britain were replaced by Pakistanis and Somalians, all of whom believed in queuing. Would Britain be the same as it is now, or would it be different?
This is
this is the key question, Julia.
No, it's not the key question. You're making a glib point. You're the one who keeps saying it's about immigration, and then you keep talking about skin colour.
Yes, Julia. Funnily enough, because the English, the Scottish, the Welsh, the Irish are white. So yes, if we didn't have any immigration, it would be entirely white, you fucking mongoloid. So yes, immigration and ethnicity, they count. It matters. And again, it's still from the perspective of, I don't want a bunch of Polish people here. Polish people are great. Stay in Poland. I still don't want you to come over here and absolutely, dominate the demographics either. And they're white. She's such an idiot. And she's been purposely obtuse here. You can tell she knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the most sickening part of it.
Yeah.
Someone that has a platform like this that fully understands exactly what he's talking about, being purposely obtuse.
Yeah. It's interesting that Charlie absolutely gets to the crux of the matter. What if this country was vast majority, Pakistani, right? Would it still be England? Would we still be a people? That sort of thing. Would it still be our country? That sort of thing, right? That's the absolute crux of the matter.
It's
right?
the nib of
And
it
her
all,
response is
isn't
to
it?
just sort of grimace and sigh and start to feign that she's getting annoyed and
No,
exasperated.
even insult him. Actually, she
and
says,
insult him.
"Oh,
Yeah,
you raised a glib question." It's like,
yeah, and that he's
Shut up.
embarrassing himself and stuff. No. You haven't got an answer for that, Julia, because their worldview, the globalist worldview, the anti-British, anti-white, perverse worldview, hasn't got an answer for that. Again, I would have to ask Julia, why do you want us to be replaced? Why do you want that? Because that is what you're advocating for ultimately, is that we can't be a people. We can't be a majority on our own island. Why would you want that?
Sorry, she's supposed to be like right wing and based, supposed to be, right? Yeah. And yet you listen to her and Tony Blair. What's the fucking difference? What's the difference? What's the difference between the rhetoric she's putting out and Tony Blair? Nothing. Literally nothing at all. Brilliant. Great. Like, I'll listen to a little bit more.
Her pretending to be exasperated. That's acting.
Yeah.
That's acting. Oh God. It's always coming back to skin color. Yeah, because there's an ethnic and racial element to our identity. Why are you pretending you think that's not the case? It's obviously is the case. Why is it? So that she can virtue signal at dinner parties or something. God knows what. What liberal bullshit champagne fucking socialist pretend right winger is she? It's revolting to see. It really is.
Because, Julia, the question is, are we a people or aren't we? And if we are, then the changing demographics do have a material effect on the future of the country.
Changing demographics do.
I don't want my children to grow up in some effing Lebanon, which is the situation we are rapidly hurtling towards with the massive demographic change that we're experiencing in this country. So if we are to restore Britain and turn it into a country that is worth living in for young people and old people and all British people, then restoring Britain's demographic security and recognizing that the changing demographics is at the root of so much of what is wrong with our country today is absolutely essential. And as you have just demonstrated, yourself, others in the mainstream media, and indeed many of those in Reform of the Conservative Party are not prepared to have this conversation because
I'm perfectly prepared to.
No, you're not.
You're not. Absolutely, you're not. Absolutely, you're not. You'll do anything but deflect away from the key things he was talking about. You do anything, any tactic, any rhetorical gambit to not address it. Oh, it honestly turns my stomach. These people, a passive-aggressive smile and the whole 9 yards, the whole act, the whole shtick. It's fucking gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it's truly disgusting. It's just abhorrent behavior, isn't it? I mean, suicidal is definitely the word. Oh, there you go.